In the Middle East sky already crowded with drones, ballistic missiles, and the uneasy hum of jets, the region's borders have never felt more porous. In fact, at this juncture, war rooms glow with satellite feeds and encrypted comms, oil markets flinch at every radar blip in the Strait of Hormuz, and governments weigh every move as a potential spark in an already volatile theater stretching from the Mediterranean to the Gulf. In this high-stakes arena, where states obsess over classified cables and secure frequencies, the greatest vulnerability did not come from an enemy hacker or a rogue missile. It came from a smartphone strapped to the arm of a French sailor trying to stay fit. As tensions spiked after US and Israeli strikes on Iran, France dispatched its nuclear-powered aircraft carrier Charles de Gaulle into the eastern Mediterranean. A deliberate show of flag and restraint rolled into one. Officially, Paris revealed on March 3rd that the carrier had been sent in view of the tensions in the eastern Mediterranean and Middle East. But its exact position was meant to remain a matter of closely held operational secrecy for obvious reasons. Instead, within days, the ship's location would be pinpointed not by a hostile intelligence service, but by an application designed for fitness enthusiasts. Northwest of Cyprus, roughly 100 kilometers off the Turkish coast, the Charles de Gaulle cut a discreet path through the Mediterranean, surrounded by its escort vessels. On board, however, daily routines persisted. A young French sailor finished a 36-minute workout and, like millions of users worldwide, logged it on Strava, the popular fitness platform that boasts around 120 million users. One tap on publish was all it took. Strava's geolocation feature mapped his run with precise coordinates, effectively plotting the carrier's position on a publicly accessible digital map and revealing the approximate location of its fleet in near real time. For anyone versed in open-source intelligence, those coordinates were a gift. Easily overlaid onto maritime charts, they turned a supposedly covert deployment into a visible dot at sea. French daily Le Monde later reconstructed the incident, matching the Strava data with satellite imagery taken shortly after the workout that clearly showed the Charles de Gaulle in the same area. What might have looked like just another fitness log was in fact a security breach in the middle of a simmering regional conflict. Now French officials confirmed that the post violated operational digital security rules and vowed appropriate measures, signaling that internal discipline would follow. Le Monde also reported that this was not an isolated lapse. Another crew member had previously shared geolocated activity and onboard images, each one adding to a mosaic of exploitable information. All of this played out as Paris tried to calibrate its role around the Strait of Hormuz, a vital oil and gas choke point under constant strategic scrutiny from Iran. While leaders publicly debated whether to send more ships or stick to diplomatic statements, one inadvertent Strava upload briefly did the opposite of French policy. It shouted the presence of a flagship warship into the noisy, unforgiving public square of the internet.